Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly pick a card reading for Monday the 12th to Sunday the 18th of December, or for whenever you come across this reading, as the messages here are timeless. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I hope that this reading, these messages will resonate with you and will help you in your week ahead. Let's get started. Okay everyone, we have pole number 1, we have pole number 2, pole number 3 and pole number 4. We have amber for pole number 1, we have clear quartz for pole number 2, we have the rose quartz for pole number 3, and we have the smoky quartz for pole number 4. So timestamps will be below, everybody. Take a moment, be drawn to one of the images, one of the pole numbers, one of the crystals, whatever you feel called. And if you feel called to select more than one pole, please feel free and select as many as you feel drawn to. I'm sure there'll be a message that will resonate in each of them for you. Okay, I'll see you shortly. Welcome pole number 1. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. So we have a blessing of acceptance. We have wolf spirit with turn knowledge into wisdom. We have the brown bear spirit with take time out. We have the hanged man. We have the Hierophant, and we have the Page of Swords. Okay, pole number 1, I really feel that the key lies in both the extremities, and this is just kind of explaining it a little bit for you, but I think it's this, there's a new idea coming, there's something, new inspiration, and to get there you kind of need to accept where you are now and then to move forward, but slowly. And you know, it's almost like you're trying to gain wisdom, especially with these two major arcana here. It's the tale of a journey. Now pole number 1, you start with this Namaste card, and it says a blessing of acceptance. Every part of you is equally worthy of love. Accept yourself as you are, and this will be a blessing unto yourself and others. If you wish to see the truth of the matter, hold no preference, either for or against a particular outcome. Just be the love that you truly are. It's a good message, isn't it? And I feel with the hanged man here, there is just a level of acceptance, or you're trying to get to that place. It's not easy to just see where we are and accept, you know, it's challenging sometimes, you know, to just go, okay, then this is where I am. I'm okay. I'm good. I'm just going to accept where I am now. No blame, no judgment. And I'll go from there. And there's a blessing in that acceptance. You know, I think it's more often than not when we accept where we are, or we accept the situation that we're in, we accept who we are right now, who others are around us. That's when possibilities can come to us. That's when solutions can come to us. And I feel this week for you, pole number 1, it's going to be really important that you, I'm not even going to say that you need to embrace where you are. You just need to acknowledge it. You need to see where you are at. And I almost feel like that's in a sense of saying, okay, I'm here, like actually saying it aloud. And I'm really getting the feeling that not even having to, like, I've got the word justify. You know, there's no need for you to justify who you are now, who others are around you. There's no need to justify how you got to where you got to. It's almost like that is part of your past. It doesn't matter anymore. How you got here doesn't matter. This acceptance is of the here and the now. And all that entails, the people, the situations, the struggles, the choices, everything. And for this week, this is your overall energy. So this is going to permeate through the whole reading, through your whole week. This acceptance and understanding, but you don't even need to understand it, I'm being told. It doesn't matter if you don't understand it. That's not what's required now of you, pole number 1. It's acceptance. And so acknowledgement is the better word to use instead of understand. You don't need to understand, you need to acknowledge, and you need to accept. And I kind of just, as I finished that sentence, I kind of got, and that's it. So this is the most important thing you can do for yourself and those around you this week, pole number 1, is the message that I'm getting. The rest will unfold almost like not in your doing exactly. You'll have choices and you'll need to make those choices, but everything will roll out in a way that, I think, had you been stuck on blame or stuck on trying to run away from where you are now instead of accepting it, I don't think you would have these choices, or I don't think you would have the clarity to make the decisions that you are going to make, pole number 1. And then you have wolf spirit and brown bear spirit. You have turned knowledge into wisdom, and it says take time out. And these cards are beautiful for a blessing of acceptance card, because it's almost like, you know, I said acknowledge and accept where you are. And it's almost like you're going to take that acknowledgement of where you are now, and there's going to be wisdom that's going to come out of that for you. There's going to be a level of understanding. So I'm feeling very drawn to say it's very important, pole number 1, that you understand that acknowledging and accepting where you are now doesn't mean you have to understand it. So I feel that open yourself up to acknowledging and accepting where you are now without the need to understand it. So you're not going to come to accepting and acknowledging where you are now through understanding it, But I feel that when you accept it, when you 100% acknowledge that this is where I am now, doesn't matter how I got here, doesn't matter, there's no blame, I'm not blaming anybody, this is where I find myself now. I'm going to move forward from this point, not from I wish I had done this in the past. That's a point in the past that you can't move forward from. You already moved forward from that. You can only move forward from where you are now. And so this acceptance is going to bring wisdom in some way. It's going to bring some understanding. And I feel that taking this time out, I almost feel like this time out is, I really see you taking a step back. You know, look at the wolf spirit and the brown bear spirit. Now, they're powerful spirits. Now, if you met either one of these animals in the wild, I mean, I was going to say you would take a step back. I mean, you'd probably take more than one step back. But you know what I mean? They would stop you in your tracks. You would be likely to take a step back. Now, you would do that in fear. In this instance, you know, it's just the energy that the wolf spirit and the bear spirit are bringing to you. So you're not going to step back in fear. I feel that you're still going to step back, but you're going to step back almost to get a clearer picture. Almost, yeah, to be able to see from a different perspective, from a different vantage point. And this take time out is going to give you that place that you can take that step back, that you can take that moment to really look at where you are. Pole number one, in order to accept something, we have to see it. We have to sit with it and look at it. If we can't make ourselves face it and look at it, we can't accept it. And I feel that's where these two tarot cards, these two major arcana, are coming into it. You've got the Hanged Man, which is, you know, really seeing things from a different point of view, putting yourself in a position where you can almost see a higher self perspective. And then the Hierophant in this reading, I'm really seeing it as spiritually. You're going to come at this from a place of wisdom, which comes from your inner guidance, the universe's guidance, something, you know, the all that is spirit. You know, and the Hanged Man is not going anywhere. He's taking this time out because he knows that his normal perspective, the one he has in his everyday life or up until now, he understands on some level that it didn't serve him. He realizes that he can't move forward like that, or he won't move forward aligned with what he's trying to achieve, his calling, his soul's journey. So he voluntarily puts himself in this pause mode where he can try to gain a higher perspective, a truer perspective, a more authentic view of where he's at and who he is now. And I feel the Hierophant is here. I feel this as guidance. This is the major arcana, pole number one. So this is a spirit guiding you. This is the universe guiding you. This is the universe doing its bit to help you. And I feel the universe is going to help you take that pause. It's going to help you see things from a different perspective so you can be of complete acceptance of where you are now. Because the Page of Swords, I'll read the card first. It says logical, perceptive, insightful, blunt, an exciting intellectual challenge, brilliant insights, information that you need but might be challenged to receive. Review all documents very carefully. I'm just seeing all these butterflies, and they really stand out because this blue is so brilliant against the other colors of the card, and there's a lot of them, and I feel they're fluttering around him, and then I feel like they're going off in the distance as in to guide him. So there's a level, especially with the Hanged Man and the Hierophant, and this turn knowledge into wisdom, there is a sense of transformation here. There's a sense of you transforming, and it can be, pole number one, just in the way you think, but I think it will filter through into your day-to-day life. Now, the Page of Swords for me is very much, he has accepted the gift of the universe in the sword. You know, he has accepted the Ace of Swords, and he's now contemplating, okay, what am I going to do with this? And this is a little bit like what you're doing here. This is a moment of potential. But what am I going to do with that potential? How do I even know the steps to take? And this energy can throw us into the future, pole number one. And I think that's where this, taking this pause in order to accept where you are now. But like I said earlier, to accept where you are now means you must put yourself in the now. You must see the now. That'll bring you back from trying to get too much ahead of yourself. This acceptance will make you, it will give you insight, it will give you clarity. And I feel it will give you information on how to move forward when the time comes. But this is not a week of forging off ahead. You know, it's not a week of moving forward, pole number one. This is a week of taking that time out and looking at where you are now, because there's new potential, there's new possibilities, there's new decisions and choices and insights coming. But you need to be in the here and now in order to see them. I'm going to leave you with those messages, pole number one. Have a wonderful week. Love and light, my friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number two. Welcome, welcome. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you for this week. We have a blessing woven in truth. We have Butterfly Spirit with transformation is beautiful. We have Whale Spirit with trust the great mystery. We have the 8 of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. And we have the 4 of Cups. And just make sure that you can see those. Okay, pole number 2. Oh my God, I can't see anything but this Butterfly Spirit. I love this Whale Spirit. And normally I just get so drawn to it, but today it's the Butterfly Spirit that I'm really, really drawn to. Really drawn to. Okay, so your overall message for the week, pole number 2, is a blessing woven in truth. And this is the Namaste Oracle. And it says, have the courage to speak your truth, and a heavy burden will be lifted. It is best that everyone involved know where they stand. The truth will set both you and others free. This is a blessing for all concerned, but most of all for you, dear one. Gosh, that's a deep message, isn't it? It's a very clear message. It's not easy to speak our truth, especially when we feel that others are going to be offended by it. Actually, sorry, I've just been told to keep the card high so you can keep reading it while I keep talking. So for some of you, I think it's going to be important to really take these words. I hope that is showing up clearly for you. I do apologize if it's not. You know, it takes courage to speak our truth, especially when we know that people might not understand, or when people might get offended, or they might think that you're making decisions not in their best interest, or for whatever reason. There's multiple reasons why people don't like when we speak our truth. And I feel I'm really drawn to the sentence here that says the truth will set both you and others free. And that's the feeling that I'm getting with your reading, pole number 2. There's a sense of being set free from something. So I don't know if what you're holding back on, once you say it, it will set you free in some way. Because we've got the butterfly spirit. Actually, I'm gonna jump straight to these two. So we have the butterfly spirit with transformation is beautiful, and we have whale spirit, trust the great mystery. Now, it's very funny because these couldn't be more different, could they? One's so fragile and small, and the other one's so big and powerful. Yet they're both gentle, aren't they? You see a butterfly, flying about, and there's this graceful gentleness of it. And I feel the whale is the same as it goes through the water. But they both have kind of, I'm being drawn to say the word brutal aspects of them, because the butterfly coming out of the cocoon, it's a brutal moment for the butterfly. Like, there's struggle. And with the whale, I see, when it lunges itself out of the water and it hits that water again, that's brutal. I mean, if you're a boat under that, you're broken in two, you're gone. So there are this gentle, graceful energy about both of these. And then there's that brutal aspect of each of them as well. And I don't know why I'm drawn to say that, but I feel possibly it's because this transformation that you're going through, pole number 2, I think that's how it feels to you. There are times where you feel like you're floating on air, and there are other times that I feel like you just feel like you're being crushed. And there's struggle, and there's just difficulty. And that is our awakening, that is our spiritual journey. It's not easy. It's not easy to transform. It's not easy to trust in everything that we cannot see. It's so much easier for us to trust in the tangible things of this world because we see them as solid. And we get caught up in that they're ours, but they come and go. They're not solid. I mean, they're solid in the 3D physical sense, but your job, could go from one day to the next, can't it, really? So can relationships, so can our lifestyle, so can everything, the people around us. And I'm wondering, pole number 2, if you're putting a lot of your trust in the physical world and not enough in the untangible world, not enough in the spiritual world, not enough in all that is unseen. And when we transform, we have to put our trust in something bigger than what's on earth. We have to put our trust in ourself, in what we can't see but that we might be able to feel. And then you have the Eight of Wands and the Five of Cups. And I feel this is twofold. I feel that this is how you might be feeling now, but it's also what the universe is guiding you towards. So let me explain pole number 2. I get the feeling that you're in the Five of Cups and you've got life just seems to bombard you, rapid succession of one thing after another, and you're viewing it as bad. Because I think in the physical 3D world, it probably does look like that. But this, I'm going to say bombardment, is to get you to turn around, to say, I've had enough of this. I'm turning around, almost to walk away. To see what's in your future. You're looking in your past, and look at spirits trying to move you into the future. So this just is hitting you because for some reason you're blocked, and I feel like it's probably fear. I feel like it's going back to that energy of it feels brutal, like you just don't think you can maybe handle it, that you don't have the strength. Spirit saying you do. Oh my gosh, you have the strength in spades, pole number 2, or you wouldn't be going through this. It's just asking you to, we're heading towards the future. Don't look at the past. Your future is not in your past. Your past was to get you into the cocoon so you could transform. It was to get you where you saw and trusted the great mystery that all that is. Not the physical, tangible world, because that's fleeting. And I'm wondering if this have the courage to speak your truth and a heavy burden will be lifted. I'm wondering if that's even acknowledging to yourself. Speak the truth to yourself. There is nothing you can do about your past. Pole number 2, absolutely nothing. But there is something you can do about your now that will head you into your future. If you just stay here thinking about your past, you'll never move forward. This keeps you stuck. This keeps you in pain. It keeps you resentful. It keeps you fearful. It keeps you sad. So the Eight of Wands is trying to move you forward. You're feeling it like, you know, almost getting knocked once after the other. Just seems to be, you know how appliances seem to all fail one after the other in your home. You know, the kettle will go, and then the toaster will go, and then the washing machine will go, and you're like, what? That's kind of how you're feeling. But I feel pole number 2, it's because you're not paying attention to something. And I feel pole number 2, you've got the cups here. I feel that the wands here is the universe waking you up to your passion, your drives, your transformation, where your soul is leading you next. And I feel you're lost in the emotions, but you're kind of drowning in them instead of seeing them for what they are, guiding you to move, guiding you, giving you knowledge on what to do next. You're kind of just sinking into them. And I feel it's because you're looking at the past. You know, and I love that he's focused on the 3 cups. This is focused on the 3 cups. Ignoring the 2 cups. Ignoring the Ace of Cups. Ignoring your being divinely guided. I'll read the card for you. It says, failing to recognize a magical opportunity, missing the point, the distractions of daily life, discontentment or boredom, lost in your own world, wake up. That's what this is. It's just trying to wake you up. You know, what do we do when somebody, you know, I mean, maybe not anymore, but back in the day, if somebody fainted or if somebody was having hysteria, was in hysterics, what would we do? We'd kind of slap them. We'd pour, you know, we'd throw cold water on them to kind of revive them. That's what this is. It's almost like trying to revive you. It's trying to get you going again, pole number 2. It's trying to get you to, this is looking at the past with regrets. He's looking at the 3 of Cups, as in he wants to go back in the past. He wants to, what could I have done differently? Why did I do that? Why was this? The universe is trying to bring you more to this energy where you're sitting quietly contemplating the past, these 3 cups, which you find again in this card, to kind of go, okay, there are lessons, there's wisdom in this that I can take into my next journey. What do I need to see? What do I need to be reminded of? What is Spirit trying to teach me? Because pole number 2, that's what a transformation is. It's transforming from one thing to another. It's transforming one belief to a new belief. And that's what happens when we go on our journey. That's what happens when we change. If the butterfly kept its same beliefs and same understandings as the caterpillar, it would come out of its cocoon and it would try to crawl on its belly. It would never use its wings because the caterpillar can't even fathom having wings. And that's this reading in a nutshell for you, pole number 2. It's use the insight from your past journeys to help you grow and understand what you need to embrace in this new journey. I'm going to leave you with those messages, pole number 2. Love and light, my friends. Take good care of yourself. Have a great week. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 3. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. So we have a blessed idea. That's a good way to start, isn't it? We have Buffalo Spirit with the abundant universe will provide. We have Dog Spirit, be loyal to what you love. We have the Emperor. Wow. We have the Ace of Cups. And we have the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, pole number 3, this is gorgeous. This is absolutely beautiful. So your first card and the overall energy is a blessed idea. An idea manifests endless blessings, but you must act to bring the idea to life. The idea is right, Know that the world is full of ideas floating around aimlessly until someone notices and breathes life into them. This is your time to shine. Have faith. Oh, you've got the Ace of Cups, you've got the Emperor, you've got be loyal to what you love, and you've got the abundant universe will provide. And to feel all you have to do is figure out what you want. This is going to bring a change, but I love how it says, know that the world is full of ideas floating around aimlessly until somebody notices and breathes life into them. You're going to notice. I just feel like you're going to have this idea or this clarity that's just going to fall on your head, and you're going to go, wow. But there's a level of trust in this. And there's a level of believing in yourself. This is your time to shine. I really see that, like, this is your inner light. This is like a soul calling. This is something that's going to be of great importance in your life. This is something that I feel is going to probably, I really want to say, change the course of your life. And it's true, our dreams, our ideas, they stay in the like never land until we do something to bring them into reality. And I feel in this reading, pole number 3, I feel it's getting clear for the moment, and then there'll be action to be taken. But I feel that that action is going to come after there's some changes in your life. Now you have Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide, and you have Dog Spirit, be loyal to what you love. Now, I'm seeing a 1, I'm seeing a 1 and a 9, I'm seeing a 10. The 19 comes to 20 to a 2, but I'm not really focusing on that. I'm just seeing the endings, the new beginnings. And that's what this is. And I feel it's more this week, or this reading, because this is this week, but it will, these energies play out over divine timing. And there's a sense of, you know, the blessing card ends with have faith. And I feel that that's what this Buffalo Spirit is. The abundant universe will provide. Now, knowing that intellectually and understanding that, yes, you know, we're told that quite often now, but trusting it, putting it into practice, allowing the abundant universe to provide is not so easy. We have become a population of doers. You know, we always feel that we have to be doing. You don't do, you don't get. You know, it's that kind of mentality. We're always being asked, what are you doing? And in that kind of culture, it's really difficult to do a bit and then stand back and let's see what comes to you. We co-create, so there is a moment of doing and there's a moment of being, of receiving, and that's really important in this reading for you, pole number 3. And be loyal to what you love with Dog Spirit. It's really embracing what drives you. It's not looking at the money you can make. It's not looking at the lifestyle that you'll have because of this. It's not looking at people's reactions. It's not looking at the accolades, the praise that you might come across. It's so much deeper than that. Because if none of what I just mentioned comes to you, I don't think it would matter to you. I really don't think it would matter to you. This idea, which essentially is your soul calling you, is so important to you that all the rest just falls away. And there's a sense here of being loyal to your dreams. Be loyal to what you believe. Be loyal to that inner guidance that you can hear, pole number 3, but that you might listen to a little bit with trepidation, a little bit with, doesn't feel very concrete. It doesn't feel very stable. And you couldn't be further from the truth. It is stable, like the Emperor. You've got the Emperor and the Ace of Cups. This is stepping into your power. This is knowing what you want, knowing how to get there, but in a real enlightened way. The Emperor doesn't walk all over people. He doesn't need to show his power. He knows his power. That's why his armor is underneath his robe. That's his inner power. He doesn't need to wear his armor to show the world how powerful he is. It only matters that he knows. That's what makes him such a brilliant leader. He leads by example. The Emperor has learned a lot to get to where he's got to. He has knowledge, but he also has wisdom. He knows what he knows, and he knows there are things he doesn't know. And this is the energy that you are coming to embrace, pole number 3. Because the universe is bringing you the cup of fulfillment. This idea is going to fulfill you, and it's on every level, or the levels that are important to you. This is an offer, this is a gift from the universe that we need to accept. And it takes courage, it takes strength to accept it. It takes strength to accept an idea. It's not tangible. It's difficult to take something from the untangible and bring it, make it tangible, make it real. And this starts off as an idea for you, pole number 3. Some form of clarity. And this idea with the Ace of Cups here is something that is really going to fulfill you. Like, it's a real blessing. And then you finish with the Seven of Pentacles. Now the Seven of Pentacles, actually I'll read the card first and then I'll go by how I feel. It says, seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future, the need for patience, a time for resting and planning for the future, unnecessary worry. Now I feel that this card is again twofold. So I feel that you'll be planting that idea. You're going to watch it grow. You know, there's going to be reward, there's going to be fulfillment in the future because of this, because of the steps that you have taken. the trust that you have shown and the loyalty to this idea, the loyalty to you and doing what you love. And that's the future message I get. But I'm also getting pole number 3 that in the now, this is looking at what no longer serves you. So you've been putting work into something. You know, you've already got a job, you've got a lifestyle, you've got habits, you've got your day-to-day life, you've got the people that surround you now. And this 7 of Pentacles is actually making you look at them and go, right, if I follow this idea, if I take this cup of fulfillment, there are things that I'm going to have to leave behind. There are things that I cannot take with me. This is looking at what's working and what's not working. This is now looking, because this is a new idea. So you take that new idea and how do you apply it? How do you fit it into your everyday life, pole number 3? And the 7 of Pentacles tells me that you can't. Not in all aspects anyway. So there will be endings. And that's what I see with these cards. You know, the new beginnings will come. Of course they're coming. There's a new idea coming. But there's endings as well. There's going to be, you know, endings bring change. And there's going to be a moment, and you're going to need to embrace this Emperor, this inner strength. You're going to trust in the universe, and you're going to be guided by what you love. That's going to be your beacon. That's going to be your lighthouse that you're focusing on to get you through the sea safely and still pointing in the correct direction. And I love how this card says unnecessary worry. And there is always worry surrounding change, surrounding endings. We're worrying, gosh, are we ending things the right way? You know, we might have handed in our resignation at work, and there's worry, oh gosh, am I doing the right thing? You need to trust the universe and trust your inner guidance. Trust what you're being called to do. This idea is a blessing through and through. And faith is what you need to embrace, pole number 3. You know, new ideas, that new calling from our soul, it moves us forward. And when we trust, when we follow what we're really guided by our heart, we really step up. We really acknowledge who we are. We find this inner strength to keep moving forward when we can't see the future. We can't see how this is all going to play out. But we trust. We trust and we believe, pole number 3. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love and light, pole number 3. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful week. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 4. Welcome, welcome. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. So we have a blessed season. Lovely. So this is going to roll out longer than a week. We have electric eel spirit with bring your ideas to life. We have snake spirit with time to heal. We have the 7 of swords. We have the 9 of wands. And we have the world. Oh, this is beautiful, pole number 4. Now, I just got, as I turned over the eel spirit, I got the message to say if you were drawn to pole number 3, go watch it. So, I mean, I haven't done this reading yet, so I don't know how they'll be similar, but I was guided to say if you were drawn to pole number 3, which was the rose crystal, the rose quartz, go have a look at it. So your overall energy and your first card is a blessed season. Each season of your life is a gathering of precious moments. Each one has its purpose, unique beauty, challenges, and blessings. Everything is always unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. All is a blessing and forever blessed. There's a reassurance in that, isn't there? It feels reassuring to be reminded that there are always blessings. Everything has a purpose, everything has a blessing, everything has a challenge, and everything is uniquely beautiful in itself. And just the energies that I get from this reading, I think this card is beautiful. And it talks about, you know, the seasons of our life. You know, there's childhood, there's adolescence, there's a young adult. You know, then there's the stage where, you know, we could almost say, you know, it's the parental stage where a lot of us become parents, or, you know, become carers in some way, maybe for our elderly parents. And then we get to kind of the middle age and then the old age. And there's the seasons of the year as well, and how they change, and how our lives change just year to year, month to month. And I really am getting the sense here for you, pole number 4, this sense of don't hold on to anything. Allow the ebb and flow of life. Oh, that's beautiful. Allow the ebb and flow of life, because it's guiding you. When we don't often realize this, and I don't think I probably mention it very often, but when we find ourselves in difficult situations, often we try to take control. But in doing that, we actually hold on to the situation. So we keep ourselves in those challenging moments longer than what we need to. If we just let it go, it would come, we would learn, or we would change, we would course correct, we would learn acceptance, and we would let it go. And so the difficulties often last longer because we try to hold on to them. We fight them. We say no to them instead of saying, okay, Spirit, show, what do I need to learn? What is your message behind this? Where are you trying to guide me? To what are you trying to guide me? What idea? What understanding? What wisdom? All is a blessing and forever blessed. Gosh, could you imagine if we could look at the world like that? If we could look at our lives like that? If we could look at ourselves like that? And if we could look at everybody else like that? What a world we would live in. And it's not to say that we would get to this place that we would always be like that. But gosh, if we could glimpse it every now and again, if we tried, if we allowed, if we saw the unique beauty of everything, we would change, wouldn't we? We would do things differently. We would, of course we would. But it's a process. And there's wisdom that needs to be gained in order for us to be able to see our challenges like this. This card, pole number 4, is showing that wherever you are, right now, whatever you're doing right now, whatever challenges, situations, it's a blessing. It's a blessing coming to you, and you may not see it yet, but trust Spirit is saying you will. Now, electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life, and snake spirit, time to heal. And this is quite interesting, both these energies together, because because bring your ideas to life came before time to heal. And I feel that these ideas, this change in you, and with the electric spirit, like electric eel spirit, I'm really feeling that electricity. You know, I almost want to just say the electric spirit, not the electric eel spirit. And I feel that electricity through you. There's a sense of excitement, but fear, and it's electric. It crackles in you. It fires things up in you that may have been dormant. You know, it's bringing to light things that you may have been ignoring. And through these new ideas, I want to say, through this thing that you're trying to birth, something you're trying to bring to life, there'll be healing in it. By embracing your new ideas, by embracing the way you're changing, by accepting where you are now, you're actually saying yes to life. You're saying yes to the universe. Guide me, show me. Make me the person that can bring this idea to life. And that's going to bring healing. Deep, deep healing. And I just got a shedding of the old skin. Whatever this is for you, pole number 4, there's a transformation. There's a profound change in you. And look at the snake spirit with the 55. That's change all around. There is definite change. And I feel this change. The challenges are, I feel Spirit waking you up to this new idea. And then this new idea is going to prompt you to change. You to think differently, to be different. And you've got the 7 of Swords and the 9 of Wands. And the 7 of Swords to me is, you know, taking the ideas, and planning, being strategic. What do I need in order to fulfill this dream, in order to bring this idea to life? What do I need? Do I need people to help me? I'm also getting from this card, with these people way out in the background here, I get the feeling that the people of your past will not be able to help you on this journey, pole number 4. I'm seeing these swords as clarity, understanding, wisdom, knowledge. You know that you have to move forward. You know that in order to get what you need, you have to look elsewhere. And I'm getting a real sense of joy with this 7 of Swords. A real sense of, wow, I'm going to do this. You know, the more and more I focus, the more and more I come to understand and acknowledge that, gosh, this is where I want to go. The more you heal, the more this is exciting, the more you see each step that you need to take. And you're letting go of the past. You're looking at the past and going, thank you for bringing me here. But now my direction is not behind me, it's in front of me. And some of you might be going as far as moving, leaving behind, work colleagues, family, friends. And I feel with the Nine of Wands, it's saying all the lessons, all these challenges, which is all these wands behind him, all these challenges have not been for nothing. It's those challenges, it's that dedication to keep moving forward, to keep evolving, to keep changing. It's that dedication and that commitment to yourself and your dreams that is bringing you the clarity on how to move forward. This, to me, in your reading, pole number 4, is determination. It's what's driving you. The challenges, yes, he's got a bandage on his head that's showing that it's been tough. And he's leaning against the Ace of Wands. He's leaning on his soul calling. He's being fueled by his passions, by his dreams, by his goals. He's using them for support while new information comes in on the next path, the next steps to take. And this is your mind and your soul, your ego and your soul aligning to get you to where you need to be, get you to bring this idea to life. And we end the reading, pole number 4, with the World. And the card says a brilliant success, a time of joyful accomplishment and spiritual enlightenment, freedom to do whatever you want, be proud of yourself. And this is where you're going. And you can see this, pole number 4. You can see that I'm going to fill in the blank. This is your goal, your dream. You can see it, you can feel it, you can picture it. Can you explain it to others? You can, but when they go, well, how do you know? You don't know. And that's a message that's been coming through a lot in my readings, this sense that this inner knowing that cannot be explained in our 3D world, but it's still an inner knowing. It's a trust that we're going to get to where we need to go, and we're always better off. That's what this a blessed season is. It's knowing that every time we move forward, we're better off. It might not look like that in our reality, but maybe it's all the internal work we've done, or the internal wisdom and knowledge that we've gained. That's not, you can't see that. But it's not to say we shouldn't celebrate that, we shouldn't accept that. That takes us on our journey, that does bring us then the physical things that you can see. The World is the completion of the Fool's journey, for another journey to begin. And I feel, pole number 4, this is Spirit saying, acknowledge how far you've come. Accept that this is a new beginning, and accept everything that brought you here, all those trials, all those wins, all those losses. You're still here. You're still standing strong. You might be feeling a little weak, a little battered, but Snake Spirit's here saying you're going to heal. And you're going to head off to a new adventure. I'm going to leave you with those messages, pole number 4. Love and light, my friends. I wish you an amazing week. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.